Hello friends, welcome back! It's time to start a fresh new sketchbook. The other morning I went out for a walk and ended up at my local art supply store, and this place is magical obviously, and the reason I went there was specifically to get a new sketchbook with thicker paper so that I can also do light washes or watercolor on it. There was an entire wall of different sketchbooks and papers. I kinda got overwhelmed at some point, but then I found this one, which was actually the last one in this side, so I got it. I also got a pencil I wanted and nothing else. I was actually very responsible today. When I go to an art supply store, it's hard for me not to get everything I see, and I know I'm not the only one. I promise though that in the future I'll make a video where I buy new things and tools, but for today I want to talk about this. Let's open it. This is from Fabriano, which is an Italian brand. The paper is lovely. It has 60 pages, so I think that's reasonable and realistically it can be completed. I'll show you the sketching process for the first sketch later in the video. For now I am going to decorate the cover because it's needed for my mental happiness. I have a bunch of stickers. Some of these are my own artworks and I have so many. I decorated pretty much everything with this. Some I got gifted from my boyfriend, some I found in my drawer. I love to do this. It's kinda self-soothing. I also filmed an ASMR short and I'll leave it here if you wanna watch it. This will be kind of a relaxing video today, so get a snack, a drink if you want, so you can relax with me and chat about art. So my idea for this sketchbook is first of all to use more colored pencils, which I usually neglect, and today I have this Faber-Castell set I have owned probably since I was 18, and these are watercolor pencils and they are great quality, love them. My second goal is to do at least one page per day. I actually did two today, but I didn't film the second piece. It was in the middle of the night, so I'll show you here. And third goal is to choose a theme I like, something I enjoyed that day, and it can also be a niche thing like, I don't know, bread, mushrooms, bubbles. I'm saying random words at this point, but you get the idea. Obviously first theme for me is outer space, aliens, cosmos, sci-fi, you know. You can obviously do a theme that is appealing to you, you don't have to follow mine. I just think that this is a great idea if you sometimes are art blocked and don't know what to draw in your sketchbook. Starting with a theme can light that spark in your mind and, you know, jumpstart that idea and make your fantasy and imagination run. So the goal is having a theme for each page. I created a prompt list for myself that you can download from my Ko-fi if you want to follow it and take some inspiration. I tried to make these prompts fun and challenging at the same time. Some are easy, some are peculiar, so definitely give it a look. As you can see, I am sketching with a light blue tone for the first sketch, and I wanted to keep this one simple just to get used to the paper. This paper is a little bit textured, not that much because I don't enjoy that for sketching. I am more for the smooth paper life when it comes to pencils, but so far I am enjoying this one because it's the perfect middle spot. I previously showed you my Rhodia sketchbook, and that not only has buttery smooth paper, it's also super thin, which to me is lovely for pencils and ink, but bad for everything else, including watercolors, for example. And that's something I really want to try on this one. I have a feeling that this paper is still too thin, but I'm sure it will take a little bit of water completely fine. I also want to try acrylic markers in the future, which I do not own yet. Please give me brand suggestions in the comments because I am super curious to try them. I own a huge alcohol markers collection that was kindly sent to me by ehuheuh last year. I hope that's the correct pronunciation, but guys, I need to be honest with myself. I am terrible with alcohol markers. I haven't practiced enough. I know it's one of those quote-unquote trust the process mediums, but every time I use them, I am just never satisfied with the result. I don't know what it is. I think I should try them again on video and challenge myself, or embarrass myself, depending on the result. But I guess this sketchbook here can be an excuse to practice. As you know, my work focuses much more in the digital space. I am mainly a digital artist and character design is my favorite thing. So these past 7 to 8 years, I've lived my art through a screen, which I love. I love tech, graphic tablets, I love my iPad, don't get me wrong. But it's also good to keep the balance. I feel that when I draw on paper, I have a much clearer view of my skills and my capabilities, because obviously you don't have all those fantastic digital tools. Might sound silly, but for example, the selection tool, moving things around. I think we take that for granted. If you make a mistake, you gotta know and learn how to correct it or make it work on paper. So that's challenging in some ways. And besides this, the chance to try new physical tools. Speaking of which, please let me know if you'd like to see an art supply store video. As I mentioned before, I have a plan to go again and get some stuff I need or want to try, and I really can't wait to go again and do damage to my wallet. I would also like to try pencil blender sticks. I don't know how those are called precisely, but you use them to smudge while you sketch to create nice gradients and shading. I've never used those before, and to create that effect I used Q-tips, but you know, those get easily ruined after a single use and it's a bit wasteful, while the blenders are designed to last much longer. And I believe you can also sharpen them. You can also use your fingers, of course, but you don't have the same control on a smaller artwork, so I'm very curious about those. And I would also love to get some soft pastel pencils to create a more dramatic effect and shadows. I have looked around the store already and I kinda know which ones I wanna get, but let's see. I'm definitely in the mood for new art experiments. So my point for this video is that you should have a sketchbook, and I mean this for everyone, not just for professional artists or hobbyists. I mean, even if you cannot draw, and there is a simple reason for that. This is a creative outlet. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be polished, it just has to be you. On a previous video, I talked about the fear of ruining a sketchbook and consequently the urge to buy a new one, because the one you have is now quote-unquote ruined because you don't like the last drawing you made, and we have all been there. But the truth is, we are missing the point of this completely. The point of sketchbooks, in my opinion, of course, is freedom and expression, which at the end of the day is exactly the point of art. We all have our own mental parameters of what looks good and what doesn't, but to get to that point of self-satisfaction, we need to go through everything else, which includes practicing and actually drawing and making mistakes and try again and again, and this process will slowly build without you even noticing a complete sketchbook. This will also help you see your progress and improvement in a tangible way. It's a medium you can touch, and we all need that. I know I do, because I spend hours in front of screens to draw for work, which I love, but my eyes need to rest sometimes. A sketchbook allows you to practice your imagination. I have so many pieces that I sketched on paper and then I ended up recreating digitally, or lately I also took the habit to scan my traditional pieces and color them digitally. Kind of a mixed media, and I love how it looks. I think the result is magical and you really should try it. If you want to see me color a traditional sketch digitally, I'll leave a card above with that video linked. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this slow, relaxing sketching session today. I definitely do enjoy filming this. Also, let me know in the comments below if you're starting a new sketchbook too, or maybe you're finishing one. Just let me know, because I'm very curious about your life. And now enjoy the rest of the drawing and the sparkly markers, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!